And just like that, we are at the halfway point, everybody. Hello, my nail besties. Welcome back to our podcast, Beyond the Brush, where we dive into the ins and outs of World Star Nail Artist Competition, brought to you by Scratch Magazine. So if this is your first time here, welcome to the jungle. I'm your host, Winnie at Winnie is Awesome, and today I have someone super special with me to discuss the latest challenge for WSNA. Without further ado, please help me welcome my favorite Swede and nail sister, Celina Ryden, everybody.
Thank you. Oh my
gosh. This is so funny because I was like, oh no, it's just the two of us. We're never gonna get anything done.
Nope, not at all. Prepare to sit down for a couple of hours.
Oh, I know. We never have the time to see each other, but this is just like, it's like we never left.
I know, right? It's always like that.
It's the best.
Yeah.
So, for the people who don't already know who you are, because you're such a huge, mongish star and so busy.
Ooh, yeah.
Will you please introduce yourself to our audience?
All right. Well, my name is Celina Ryden. I am from Stockholm, Sweden, and been doing nails for 18 years plus. I would say that I'm more like of a nail industry entrepreneur right now because I'm running 3 businesses. So one is for, one is for online nail education. The other one is a nail shop and a nail brand. And the third one that I recently launched is a press-on nail brand. So that is what I am doing. I'm also the founder of Nail Cards.
Woo. Nail Cards! Such a cool... yeah, we're just going to be dancing throughout the whole show.
Yeah, absolutely.
The nail cards are such a cool idea. You're going to have to tell us more about it later on in the show. But I want to immediately dive into today's topic because we have a lot to discuss, my friend.
Oh, we do. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So challenge 3, can you believe challenge 3 is the halfway point? Like, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I know.
That means it's almost, the competition is almost over. Challenge 3 is sponsored by C&D, as you know, and it is inspired by the acronym Beauty Plus. Now, what does Beauty Plus stand for? It stands for belonging, equity, agility, unity, trust, and you. And the plus there, you, Celina. You.
Yeah. Yes.
The plus there is to sort of show inclusivity for everything because it's not just nails, it's, skin, it's hair, it's everything. Beauty is everything, right? It's pretty widespread. So this challenge, they have to create 5 nails on a single hand, and they have to basically pick a word from that acronym and dedicate that word inspired by their customer, like one of their clients. That's hard.
I know, right? But I love it. It's such a fun challenge.
It is such a fun challenge. I mean, how do you even, first of all, how do you pick just one client? Because I'm sure, like, you service people, you love all your clients, right? So then what would be your approach, Celina? Like, would you be like, who has the best story?
Maybe. If I'm going to be smart, then maybe go for the best story. No, I would say I would probably go for the client that I connect most with, because then it's going to be very genuine. It's going to come straight from the heart. It's going to be easy to do the storytelling. And so, I would do the person that I connect the best with.
Yeah, totally. You have to basically tell a whole story on 5 nails and sometimes only one. Like, how?
Yeah.
That's hard. And
our
contestants this week have brought it.
Brought it. They brung it.
They they brung it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the word.
Yep.
How do you feel about this week's challenge? Like when you first saw the brief?
Well, I like that. I like the whole thing that taking beauty, which can be perceived as being something very superficial, and break it down into making it more deep or like deeper. And because it is so easy to use beauty as a downgrading thing for women in the industry, mostly women and men, of course, as well. But and I think it is nice to kind of dig into that personal side of it, because we are holding someone's hand for an hour, 2, 3. We connect with our clients on a level that not many other industries do. And we can change people's lives by doing this and being there for them and listening. And, you know, when they get out of the salon, they feel maybe more confident, they feel better about themselves. Like, it is beauty and it's superficial, but it goes so much more deeper than that.
Yeah. It's because you connect on so many different levels. You're building a level of trust, and that's one of the words. So a lot of our contestants this week picked, what is the word? Trust.
Yeah.
A lot of them, right? Have you noticed?
Yeah, I did.
The other one? The agility.
Agility, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it says volume about I guess nail professionals, because it starts with level of trust. When you don't have that level of trust, it's hard to carry out and give your client what they need, right?
For sure.
What word would you have chosen?
Probably trust as well. I would go that same route. No, I would totally do that. Definitely.
I know.
How about you?
Oh man, you know, I'm weird like that, but I would have chosen you.
Of course. I know you would have. Like, that's go totally with you. So no, I get it.
I was like, I choose you. I just my brain is weird like that. So I mean,
we love your brain though.
It's so weird. I don't know why, but I was like, oh yeah, I would totally do a weird spin on that.
Oh yeah, with pizzas and everything.
Right. Yeah. It's like I'll never grow up, never ever. Oh gosh,
no. Who want to grow up anyway?
Exactly. What are you looking for in a winning set of nails? Because, you know, you're one of our guest judges this week.
Well, I would say definitely storytelling. I think that is super important, because this is such a deep topic. It's not just, doing something pretty. It has to have a deeper meaning. And I want great storytelling. And I want to have lots of personality. Of course, I want to see the professionalism, but not in the sense like you have to be like all stiff. But, you know, I want to have a clean setup, clean brushes, clean containers. And then I also want them to share lots of great tips and tricks.
I think that's a common thing going into the competition. It's like you have to keep us I feel so bad, but I'm always like, you have to keep us entertained, and you have to wow us, and you have to I was like, we're so demanding.
Well, that's the point of you know, joining a challenge or a competition. You have to challenge yourself, and it has to be better every single week. Exactly.
Now, you've competed before.
I have. Right? With someone I know.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, I know, right?
I remember you as a contestant were amazing at storytelling. Like, it just completely sucks people into your piece, because right away they get into your world. And you shared so many good stories with not just the judges, but like the general public as well. What advice would you have for these guys as a competitor for WSNA and as a general, like, going into any sort of competition? What advice would you have for these guys for storytelling?
Prepare yourself to just pour your heart out. I mean, the more the better. I would say don't hold back. If you're going into this, you need to strip that wall down and really show yourself lots of personality. As you say, you know, lots of storytelling. Talk about how you felt in certain situations, how that
Yeah.
affected you, how that affected people around you.
Yeah.
Just dig into what it felt like and try to make the people listening to feel that same feelings. Like invite them into your own universe
Yes.
for those few minutes.
Yeah. That's a little hard to do if you've never done anything like
It
this
is.
before, right?
Absolutely.
And you can tell when someone is not giving it 100% or is not like absolutely sold, like they're not selling their story.
Yeah.
And you can tell, you can see it in their pieces because you see that sort of hesitant in their piece.
Holding back a little bit.
Yeah, which is crazy because I was like, you know, art is art, and we see it in pictures and on videos and stuff, but it really translates and it speaks really loud, right?
It does. Yeah. And art, it comes from the heart, it comes from the soul.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if there's something holding back, art can be very flat.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to kind of just pour it out there and just be prepared to do it all and not hold back.
And cry in the tub.
Cry in the tub, yeah.
A lot of our contestants have taken up drinking.
Oh yeah, I bet. I understand that.
While you're crying in the tub, you can also have some wine.
Yes, for sure.
What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. This week, are there any cool techniques that you saw from our contestants?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, are we gonna dig into that right now?
Yeah.
Because I have things to say. Okay. So, like, first of all, Gemma's water techniques, can we please? I was gobsmacked. I love that so much. I loved how she was using different mediums to create different types of water effects.
Yes.
And I mean, it was stunning. Like, I was blown away, like 1 second away from screaming because I just loved that set so much. I just love how she did it and everything around. No, it was amazing. I love it. I adore her brain for doing that.
Right? She's so cute, actually. When she first started in the competition, I remember we were like, Gemma, it's really cute, but we need you to push further. And I think she really brought it.
She did.
There's so many ways to make water, and water is, I think liquid is
it's
one
hard.
of the hardest thing to recreate, especially with, stuff that becomes solid.
Yeah. No, it is so hard because she has captured water in motion.
Yes.
I mean, it's one thing to create water when it's still, but she has captured all the ways that water moves. And no, I applaud her for that.
And I keep telling her, I was like, you need to start taking risks. So yes, was it risky to have one set of nails that are like, all across with the same background and following one single color scheme? Yes, it's risky, but I think in her video, and that's why video diaries is so important, in her video, she demonstrated so many cool techniques.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that's exactly what you said. Like, I want to learn from your videos.
Yeah.
I want to see you taking risks, and you need to tell the story. And I think she did.
Oh, for sure. No, I felt like I wanted to see more. Like, for every single nail, I just wanted more. And that is really impressive. Look at that. I mean, look at that. I have never thought of that. That is amazing.
Wow. My mouth went, oh,
yeah,
what?
I know, right?
Exactly.
It was exactly like that. It is so creative. Like, it's so innovative and creative.
It is so innovative.
I need her brain. Thank you very much, please.
Oh my gosh. I know. So congratulations, Gemma. This is some next level stuff.
It is. It is.
She put solar oil in
I know. That was like the cherry on the top. Like, she put
cherry
solar oil.
Right?
Oh, it's so smart. Like, it's just not for, the aesthetic of it, but it's like competition wise, and it's just so smart. It is so smart. I love it.
Look, they look like little chandeliers.
Oh, I know. I wanna have that. I wanna wear that.
I know.
How I would live but I want to wear it.
I say that all the time. I was like, I won't be able to do anything, but I want to wear it.
Oh, but just look at that. All the nails together. It's like, it's so beautiful. It is stunning. And it shows a lot of, I would say, like, emotions as well, because water kind of represents emotion. Yeah. So I see a lot of emotion in this, and there's so much happening. Oh, it is fantastic. Stunning.
Agreed. I have to say, this week, I want to give a shout out to our girl, Camila, right here. She's really stepped up this week, I think. We've always seen her with hand painting. Let's see if we could fast forward to her piece.
Yeah. That is also, I mean, that is incredible. Like, you would have never thought that someone could paint that. It is such a high level of just the handcraft itself, like art.
Yeah, I think she did a great job storytelling. We learned a lot about her client. I love the part where she's like, I didn't even like this girl at first.
I know. And that really stuck with me, because that is some great storytelling. No, but really, like, we didn't even, like, it wasn't all happy. Like, oh, we clicked right away and this is my best friend now. And like, it's like, no, we were almost like on the verge of hating each other in the beginning. And then things happen. They started to connect more, and now she's like her nail best friend. And I think that is so nice to kind of follow that journey. When I watched the video, I wanted to hear more about the nails, how they represented her client, because I didn't really get it at first. But then I was reading the write-up, and then, okay, then I get it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that is stunning. That is some beautiful hand painting for sure.
She's got some hand painting skills for sure. And this, like, I remember putting in my notes, I was like, I want all of these on t-shirts and I will wear them.
I know, they're so cool. And I think that I really love that she was using the neon colors, because it speaks a lot about her client. Like, you can really feel the personality of her client. Like, she's very vibrant and all that. So I love that she was using color to kind of describe her client, like, in that way.
Exactly. Totally. It makes sense after she described it. I mean, it's a little, again, risky doing the same shape all throughout 5 nails, because don't you think, like, at this point it's like, okay, go crazy. Go cray and do put everything you can on a nail.
Yeah, absolutely, like you would have done.
Right, and you would have built like a whole city on top of this nail.
But like, I mean, the skill is amazing. I mean, it's next level.
Yeah, she's always demonstrated a lot of restraint when it comes to her designs, her entries, and so far throughout the competition. And this is, I could see her coming out of her shells a little bit, because now we're starting to see Camilla's crazy. Which we like crazy. Crazy is good.
Yeah, it is amazing. All artists are a little bit crazy, so it's gonna come out some point.
We're on eventually.
One thing that I would have loved to see at the end, and I think this goes for a lot of the contestants actually, but it's more like a technical part, when editing and so on. When you do the final reveal, slow it down. Don't do like speed up ×4 because you can't see it. Just slow it down. It could be the same amount of seconds. Just slow it down so that we can bask in all its glory. So I would say that for a lot of the contestants, but I wanted really to see the details and just moves everywhere.
Yes, I completely agree with you. I think in the beginning we're like, do not fast forward your video.
Exactly. Yes.
Do not. Because when you do that,
I mean, I get why you want to do that, because you want to show everything, but it's better to pick out a couple of seconds from the different sections and do real time than just speed everything up, because we're not going to see anything if you speed it up. So
exactly. No, you got to show us the good parts, the golden nuggets, and that's what I'd like to see. I like nuggets.
Yeah, me too.
Now we have like a very eccentric contestant.
Okay.
Can you tell who it is? Can you tell?
Eccentric. No, let me know.
She's very special.
A very special. Let me
we
know.
we love her crazy, and she
Yeah.
is the best
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah, I would totally see why you would totally click with Danielle. That is your brain.
I know. And
Oh.
I really love, like, in her video diary, she mentioned the podcast and how she's like, yeah, you guys think I'm crazy, but I'm just letting you know the real me. And I was like, we
Yeah.
love the real you. We never
Yeah.
complain about you.
No. That's awesome.
What a beautiful story, though. This piece is really touching.
It is. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I love that every single nail has a different story, so much
Yes.
detail. One thing that I feel like, I just feel like I missed out on so much. I wanted to see
Yes.
more. I think it was like 3.5 minutes in, she stopped the tutorial and then
Yeah.
she was talking and showing the nails, which is awesome. I mean, I love that she's showing it and doing all that, but I want to see more of the process. I want to see her
Agreed.
creating the nails.
It's a beautiful story, and yeah, it's all about storytelling, but I think there's got to be a good balance between the two, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
and I feel like I missed out a bit on the tutorial part.
Yeah, for sure. Are there any other entries that caught your eyes this week?
Could you guess? You should know. Well, if I say it, you're gonna get it for sure. Well, Katie, of course. So
Katie
yeah,
Cottle, everybody.
Oh my gosh, this is also one of my favorites. Not only because of the style that is 101 billion% me, but I loved her storytelling and just her personality. It just stuck me right in. I think her techniques using different colors and chromes and everything, it is so stunning. I can't even. And like everything in this set is something that I would have done as well. Like, so I'm super drawn to this. Like, everything from the design on top of the nails to the wiring thing underneath, it is just everything that I love down to the detail. I think she nailed it with this.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
Oh yeah. Classic.
I think she, out of all the contestants, her storytelling with the technical part of video, that was the best balance between the two.
Because she mixed it up.
Yes. So while you're invested in her story, like, I was like, oh yeah, and then she wore this dress for that part of the wedding, because Indian weddings are like 7 days, so it makes sense that they have like tons and tons of different outfits. And my favorite part is her layering. It's so the different layers that she tacked on, it just looks so pretty. And all of these I could see on a sari. Like,
definitely
all of these designs. Like,
I mean, I think just combining her storytelling and showing the nails, you could really visualize every single piece that her bride wore at the wedding. Like, it's like when you see that nail with the green and blue, you were like, okay, I can totally see her with that fabric. It looks like that. So she really sucked you into her universe and her world. So amazing storytelling combined with, showing the tutorial and everything. So great job.
And I still can't believe it was an arranged marriage.
Well, I'm happy to hear that they are still very happily married.
So it works sometimes.
Like, everything with this is so stunning. They're like tiny, well, not so tiny, but they're like pieces of jewelry.
They are. And I love her. She incorporated a lot of, I think, like, she taught us a lot about the Indian culture. Like, the darker the mehndi, the better, the more you're in love. And sometimes
I love that.
I love that she included all that information. And you know what's funny? Even though every single nail is different, it's a very cohesive piece.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it is stunning. Like she would have worn those nails at the wedding for sure.
Oh yeah, for
Mm.
sure. Congratulations. Love, love and sparkles, KDP.
Yes. Hmm.
KDP,
Yeah.
everybody. Now we only have 7 contestants this round, and we are, I believe, eliminating either 2 or 3, and then the rest of them get to battle for
Ooh,
a spot in the final.
wow.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's pretty intense.
Hmm.
Which of these entries this week would you say have a little bit more room for improvement, and what advice can you offer them for, going forward for them to earn that spot?
What I would say first, I would say Danielle with her editing, because one part in this competition, is doing the nails and executing all that. But at
Yeah.
the same time, another huge portion of this competition is to be able to showcase that and tell the story and show us what you are doing. And I felt like I was missing out on so much here. I really want to see more because it's such a fun and
Yeah.
intricate set. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing out. So
Yeah.
work on the editing for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
There's a lot to look at. It's
There's
everywhere.
so much to look at, and I
Yeah.
want to know every single detail because I understand that, with every single little thing, there's a thought behind it, and I want to know
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would say for me, I think it's Nixie. Beautiful story.
Yes.
And what a fighter of a friend. And
Yes.
someone who you can get in trouble with all
Yeah.
the time.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
was sucked into her story right away, and I was like, oh
Yep.
my God. It kind of reminds me of our friendship where we're just like crazy all the time. you know?
Yeah.
I think there were missed opportunities here because I know like she spent a really long time making the rose, and it's very symbolic, and I think it's a brilliant technique. When you file down, you can see all the layers. I was craving for more.
Yes. No, I agree completely. Yeah, I was actually also putting her as my second, that needed a little bit more improvement. And for me, it's a little bit more about the shaping because it feels a little bulky. I would have wanted it to be a more narrow or like more elegant canvas for her to work on. So for me, the shaping takes a little bit too much focus out for me because I want to focus on her beautiful artwork, but the shaping is not really there. It has to be a little bit more perfected.
Yeah, for sure. Like none of these guys created bad work this week.
Oh
I
no,
wanna say.
no.
Like let's make that very, very clear. Oh, hello.
Yeah, that's my dog. He wanted to be part of, saying.
He's like,
his
I
opinion.
concur.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't agree with me, so you know. But I was also gonna say that I'm working a lot with video editing and so on. So I was a little bit. It made me a little bit distracted because of the video quality, because you couldn't really see the details. I wanted to get into those beautiful portraits, like really see them up close, but the video quality was unfortunately a little bit too grainy.
Yeah, like we said, no one created bad work this weekend.
No.
It's all just about who has the more wow factor, I guess, and who like translated the brief even more. I really, really loved the concept of Monica's nails. So she's a great educator. For Monica, she's always been a great teacher in her videos. She reminds me a lot of Stella. Do you remember Stella? She is another competitor from Greece, and she's very engineering. She's an
engineering.
That's not a word, Winnie. She's always included like mechanical parts. Something will always move in her piece, and this this piece reminded me a lot of Stella, where there's always, I think it's cool that she included a lot of 3D elements in a hollow shape. And
Absolutely.
This week, a lot of people just carried on with the same shape and did different interpretations.
Yeah. They made it work though. And,
totally.
And it's funny that you say like, oh, she's a great educator, because that is something I think I put it in my notes here. Like she was very educational. Like you feel like this is an authority, like an educator teaching you something. Like you better sit down and listen. I love that she taught us a lot when she was creating this. So I think she did that amazingly well. So yeah. And I mean the spinning gymnast there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy?
I would also add, like when it comes to editing, music was a little bit uneven with her talking in the beginning and then her voiceover and everything. So just kind of even that out so that it's more comfortable for you to listen to.
Wow, remember we said we weren't going to talk about everybody? We're almost there.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm here for it.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So this is Sarah Fontaine.
Yes.
With the cutest concept. This is a very touching tribute to her sister, and I think she really pushed herself this week with all the components, because that was one of the notes we had for her. It's like, yeah, this is really great, but we need more.
Oh my god, that is so funny, because I mean I think the set is amazing. I think she put a lot of heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
But it's like I actually put like I want more. Like I want more storytelling. I want more design. I want more of her. Like it's good. It's like it's really good, but I just want more. Give me more, because it's like she takes it to a certain level and then it's like, but push it above that. Like I want more.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's a general consensus. It's like, if like it's good to leave us wanting more, but like give it to us.
Yeah, exactly. Just I mean it's so nicely done. Everything is very clean. I can't like at the top of my head to say like you should have done this. I just feel like I want more. And I mean in one sense, I mean that's good, because I want to see more of her. I want to see more of her design. I want to see more of her personality and storytelling. We want it. Show it.
Yeah. Give it to us.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We sound so demanding. Like, give it to us.
Put some effort into it. No, but I think they all did. As you said, they have all done so, like the sets are amazing. Like the level of these artists are so high.
So high. And that's where you run into troubles, right? Because you're like, damn, you can't even compare them with each other, because they're so different. They're all so different, right? Like this is, how do you compete like that? Speaking of competition, like how would you prepare yourself mentally? Because I know you're into like you know, being mentally prepared for things. Yes,
I would say like sleep, lots of sleep.
What?
It does help. So lots of sleep. And I would say for me, when I've done competitions, I was always so eager to get started, because I wanted to have a lot of time to change my mind, try out different things. So I never started last minute. I was always on it. Like the second I got the challenge, or I mean, I was just straight on it. So I would say don't wait. Just get your head into it and try to just show more of yourself.
It's like sleep.
Sleep. I mean, eat and sleep. So
the two foundations.
And the occasional, sitting in the tub crying. So that helps.
You're only allowed to cry sometimes, not all the time. So there. What would you do? Oh my gosh, me? I I don't deal with my emotions very well. Like, I'm a very extreme person. If I'm upset about something, I'm gonna be like, ugh, like I'm hot-headed. I'm like that. For me to be prepared is like, I think you have to be prepared. It's like you have to sort of see what you're gonna do before you go into it all. Like for me, I was the opposite of you. When I was competing, I would think on what to do for days, and then I would execute later.
Yeah,
because
I know.
I'm a procrastinator, like, and I would just think, and that's probably not the best thing, but everybody is different, right? I think being mentally prepared, it doesn't matter how you prepare. I think it's important to be prepared. So as a contestant, you've done this for like 2 months now, so you know how you are when it comes to stress and challenges. So just prepare yourself. That's what I would say, right?
Yeah.
Out of these 7, who do you think is your top 3? Are your top 3s?
Top 3s. Well, definitely Gemma.
Yeah.
And Katie.
Yeah.
And I would say, I'm going through my notes, Camila.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are my top.
So funny. Those are my top 3s too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow. I like
we share the
that
same
worked
brain.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us today. This is
Thanks for inviting me.
Oh no, you are so good as a guest judge. And will you share the prize that you're going to be giving to the winner this week?
Well, they're gonna get a couple of things. I have it around my studio here, but so they're gonna get my nail cards that we're talking about earlier, and they're gonna get. I've actually created 2 books. So the first one is a nail planner, and the other one is a design book, so you can write down your designs. And then they're gonna get a crystal start kit with my crystal brand, Moonfire Crystals. So it's gonna be all the tools, lots of crystals and all that. And then we're probably gonna throw in some other couple of Moonfire products like glitters and brushes. So we'll see.
Oh my gosh, you're crazy.
It's gonna be a good little goodie bag.
Oh man, so cross your fingers, everybody, because Celina's about to spoil you.
Oh yes, you deserve it.
You deserve it. Yes. Now, what is this nail card? Tell me more about this nail card thing.
Well, it is a card deck that I created for people who feel like, well, either they're panicking when a client says do whatever you want, or if you just want to feel like, or if you feel like you want to practice more on original nail art. So they're divided into 5 sections. You pick one from each section. You have words, you have images, you have color palettes, and the shape, of course. And then you pull one from each pile, you put it together, and you create something based of that. So it's a fun game that you can play with your clients. You can do it together with them, or you can do it in advance. Like you can use the nail art book that I have created. Or if you want to just sit at home and practice, because it kind of gets you into the mindset of creating something original instead of looking at Pinterest. So you get the elements and inspiration to create something that comes from you.
Yeah. It's like a nail challenge for yourself.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
You're competing. WSNA at home.
Yep. For sure.
I love it. That is such a great idea. And I'm so jealous of the winner because that is an epic prize. Celina, tell us, if people want to find out more about Celina Ryden and all your fancy adventures, where can they find you?
Well, Instagram, Celina Ryden. I'm like Celina Ryden on every single platform there is. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. But then you can also find my online classes on mynailacademy.com.
Yes.
And you have my shop at moonflare.com. So it's like flare, not flare, but flare.
Is this how you, is this
Yeah.
how you explain to people?
Yeah, it's a flare,
Flare,
not a flare,
but
but a flare.
I love it. See, this is how people will remember.
Yeah, absolutely. This is flare.
I love it.
Mm.
Well, thank you so much once again
Thank
for
you.
joining me. You are one of the guest judges this week, and these advice, I'm sure, will be very valuable for our contestants going forward.
I'm looking forward to see the results and everything,
Yeah,
competition
yeah.
moving forward. So
Of course,
exciting.
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Is Martin there?
Here he
It's like
comes.
we heard him already. We have to
You
see
heard
him.
him.
Oh.
Here he is. Here's Martin. Yes.
There he is.
Yes, here he is.
Awesome. Well, that's it for us today. Thank you so much for going over these entries with me. I think it really gave us a glimpse into the contestants' worlds and just show how amazing our clients are, really, right? Now, be sure to support these hardworking nail artists and follow the contestants' journey on social media at Scratch Magazine, at CND World, and remember to help send your favorite nail artist to the finale by casting your votes for the challenges each week at www.scratchmagazine.co.uk/WSNA. As always, we would love to hear from you. Follow us at Beyond the Brush _podcast on Instagram to carry on with the conversation and spread the word. Thank you once again for joining us. We will catch you on the next one. Bye. Good job. Good job.
Yay! Yay!